Hello there, Delroy here again. I've just been called out to an emergency job. I think there was a leak from raining the other day, and it's affected the electric, so they've called me out to have a look at it. I'll try and film it and let you know how I get on. See you later.
Small that I couldn't even find any issue with the kitchen area, but it's leaking. You can see the situation.
Okay, okay. Is that the only place that was affected by the leak?
Yeah, this is the only place.
Okay, then cool. I'll get my stuff and have a look at that. See, that's why you should never put things just in a connector. Should put it in a junction box or something like that. May have water could still get in there, but when it's like that, it's just opening the ceiling, so that's not good. Anyway, let's see what. That's the fitting, all full of water. Wasn't connected that well anyway. The earth was just pushed up in there. And this one, don't know what that is, but it was just tucked up there as well. Yeah, this one here, don't know what that is. It's just tucked up there. I was just trying to switch these MCBs on. Look at this one. It's not even fixed properly. Oh man. Right. You see that? See that? That MCB, that's the part that clamps onto the bus bar. But you see how it's closed, right? I've come across this a lot. This actual fuse wasn't is a spare. Nothing was in it. But I've come across it where they've tightened it like this, thinking it's connected to the bus bar, but it isn't connected to the bus bar, and that causes friction, and things just melt and things start blowing. I'll show you. I'll show you in a minute. See that? That's open now. I've opened it, so the bit on the bus bar, that little bit sticking up there, that obviously ain't gonna touch it. ah, yeah, that little bit there, and this clamps onto it. But sometimes people put it on and miss it and think it's tight, but it's just resting against it. They've tightened the screw right up and it's tight, it's closed, but this spike is behind it, and that causes frictions over the years. Right there, it's in. Yeah, see, it's in, nice and tight. It's not moving now because it's clamped onto that bar. See, power back on, nothing stripping. Connected them up there and away it goes. There ain't much slack on them cables, so you can't pull them. There ain't much slack on those cables, so you can't really pull them down to do anything with them. So I'm just going to leave it there for it to dry out, give it a few days, and then come and fit sort of an enclosed fitting there. See where the ceiling's falling down? It's all, may have to sort of make that a bit bigger to get a bit more slack on the cables because they're too short. Need to terminate into a junction box properly and then come out with flex into the fitting. So may have to move the fitting over a bit. Well, see what length I can get on those cables. Okay, I'll keep you updated. Look at that monstrosity. But, all right, guys, that's it all done. I'm sure you guys come across things like that. But you see that thing with the MCB I was trying to show you, because sometimes what you find is where is fuse boards like that where you have to clamp it onto the bus bar, those little bits. And sometimes the fuses are tight together. So what happens is one of them, they might get, what it is, sometimes everything, all the circuit are fine, but one needs changing. So someone comes and change it, and they find it hard because sometimes fuse board's in an awkward position. They find it hard to locate the stud what it's got to go on, and they think they've got it on just because it's tight with the others, so it's really tight. So they screw up, and they get it tight, but all it is the clamp that's supposed to clamp on the stud just screws up, and it's tight, and then it's just resting on the stud. So over the years, Little bits of movement, little bits of movement, little bits of movement. It's friction building up, current growing through it, and then it welds to it, and then it blows the circuit. The amount of times I've come across that, quite a few times with that type of buzz bar. Luckily, like I said, that one was a spare one, so it wasn't carrying anything. But I don't know if you guys have come across it. Hi guys, Del with the Spark here again. Just picked up my van from being serviced. Popped over to see my son. He lives nearby, and now I'm on my way to my first job. I think it's to put up a fitting. I think that's what it is. Try and film it and let you see what went on. Okay, see you later. All right guys, just arrived at the job. Got my ladder and my tools on my way into the block. That's the fitting there. That's it here. All right, and it's got to go up there. So let's see how it's going to go. Yeah, this is good because there's only one cable there. Only one cable, so this should be quite easy to connect. That's what you want when you're doing these fittings. Don't want a load of cables to connect. So there, I've shortened it to that length, and then I've got all this. And instead of cutting it, I'm going to try and lose it in the ceiling, just in case it's required to go somewhere in the future with a taller ceiling. Okay, with a higher ceiling. That's it up there. Wasn't too stressful to get that up. Not too bad. Let's just put the lamp in, see if it works. There you go. All working nicely. That's it. Right, that was a nice little job to get the day started. So I'm going to be off to my next one now. That went nice and easy. See you on the next one. Right, so you want that light changed because it's flickering, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. It's LED. Okay, fine. And you say oh, you got the, yeah, okay.
We've got exactly the same, but because we could do with just one in here.
Yeah.
So I thought instead of buying a whole new light, we could just put the
Take one of these down and put it
put it
downstairs.
down there, but
Okay.
then put the broken one up here, but disconnected.
Oh,
So,
just for show.
yeah, just so we haven't got like.
Okay. So take that one down, put this one up, and then put that one here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
In terms of like turning off power and stuff, I think there's a lighting circuit that's separate.
Yeah,
So-
probably, yeah.
Yeah. So shall I show you? You know where all that is.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Oh, and the other job is just reconnecting the oven. Somebody, I think when we painted or cleaned or something, somebody disconnected it. I don't know who did it actually, but it came out. This thing.
Oh, right.
It's just the 3 wires have been.
Okay.
Or 5 wires.
Okay, so that's got to go back in
Yeah.
that. Okay, cool.
And then the box where everything is.
Yeah, the fuse board, yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then, let's get started. Yeah, that's a food preparation place. I think they prepare the food there and take it and sell it on the street in their van. Yeah, these fittings are quite neat. You got that cable there, and you just push it up on them 2 clips, and then push it into that box and connect it. That's it. Simple connection. All good. There you are. Another light fitting up. It's not flickering. This one isn't flickering. It's all good. Just need to connect this 3-phase now. Connect it to that isolator there. Yep, there's a 3-phase cable. It's got to go into there. Plenty of room, plenty of slack on it, so that's okay. Get over that. Inside's there. I've just made sure it's isolated. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my cables in and connect it. Yeah, I just wanted to show you. See, I use these things now on the stranded cable flex, so it doesn't damage the strands. So I've got a packet at the back box of them there, all different sizes. You know, because a couple of these, the strands were broken when I just inspected it. So now they shouldn't be damaged now. I was just giving this Spargy props for doing a good job on the light and on this bat. Look what he's done here. I don't think this is right. This is a plastic box, and he's picked up the earth. Obviously, the sheath, the metal armouring is used as the earth, but he screwed it through there, yep, and picked it up there. But this is, I would have brought the armoured into a metal box rather than, I don't think that's right. You are getting earth, because I measured 240 between the earth and phase in my tester, so it's okay, but to me, I don't think that's right. You should bring it into a metal box first to get proper continuity. There you are, job done, lights up, that reconnected, everything's sweet. Yeah, completed that job. Nice simple little job. The fact that the way it was done and they used Wago connection made it really easy. So I'm always glad when I see old Sparky's doing a good job. The only thing was that plastic box fixing the screw through. I don't think, to me, that's not right. You should terminate that into a metal box. The earthing was fine anyway. I'd done a ZS on it. It was each phase 0.22 for the L1, 0.21 L2, 0.20 L3. So it's fine, but still, if that ever comes loose, because it's not connected to metal, I don't know. I just wouldn't have done it that way, but okay, cool. I've just been called out to a job. Client says that the switch for her immersion heater, she says it smells fishy and it's getting hot when she touches it. So I'm expecting it to be loose connections. I'm going to go have a look at it and hopefully film it and let you see what happens. I've just arrived. Just going to go over to the job, see what's happening. Went to the job, had a look at the spur. Well, I didn't have a look. She showed me the spur in the hallway, and I thought I had spurs on the back. So I came down to get one, and the only one I could find is this one. It's got fridge freezer on it, and it's the immersion heater spur. So I was thinking maybe I could put that, and then I've got a labeler, print a label and put it over fridge freezer. But I think no, best just get a one without any writing on it. So I thought, I put into the Google Maps nearest wholesaler, and there was one 6.7 miles away and 1.4 miles away. So I chose that one. Come down here, it's shut, and then there was a builder next door to it. So I thought, let me try there. But again, the thing with this COVID thing, nothing's quick, because the builder is a bench across the door. You have to queue up outside. So when eventually the owner came to the door, I asked, have you got any spurs? I said, MK spurs. And she said, yes. She said, no, she's got some D something spur. I said, oh, let me have a look at it. So when she brought it, it's a cheap thing. I don't want to fit that. You know, it's a cheap thing. It doesn't have to be MK. Any of the good make spurs I'll use. But that wasn't one. That wasn't a good one. So I decided not to bother. And the thing is, it's getting quite late now, and I think they're all shut. I don't know the nearest screw fix. And the thing with the screw fix as well, you have to click and collect and queue outside. So nothing's quick nowadays with this COVID thing. So I think the best thing to do at this time is to fit this spur, and tomorrow I'll get a spur without any labels on it and just come back and fit it, you know. I'll just put this now temporary so she doesn't have to worry about the burning. And by the way, I'm not sure it's the spur because I haven't even looked at it. I'm just assuming it is from what she's told me. I'm going to go back now, like I say, fit that one and come back tomorrow and fit. I don't know if you guys are having similar problems because of the COVID. You can't get things as quick as you used to be able to. You know, you can't even pop down the road to get a drink. You know, it takes twice as long. Got to get to the shop and they have to queue up. Anyway, that's life. Just have to get on with it. Right, I'm back on the job. Just gonna go upstairs now. Okay, so that's true. What you're saying? There's a 13 amp. There was a 13 amp fuse in there. Yeah, that's the normal for a heater. Yeah, 13 amp. Yeah, but
Because it didn't last as long as, you know, the one that originally was in there when I moved in.
okay.
Was back in 2008. And I was thinking,
Oh, what? It blew? Did it? Did it blow? Or?
yeah, it was just we went on holiday and turned the water off.
Yeah.
And then when we came back,
Yeah.
I switched that on, and it just nothing happened.
Okay.
So it's kind of
all right. Well,
nice that we turned it off.
I'll just have a look at it first and see what's wrong. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Cool.
I'm in this room just if you.
Yeah. Cool. And plus, you can't get anything quickly. You know.
No,
you can't get anything quickly. No. Let's see what's got here. Shower lights. Water heater. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the lights. Lights went off there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Must be this one. Yeah, that's right. It's this one here. Should have known anyway. It's a 6 amp. Yeah. Connections look okay, but I can smell the burning. I can smell it. I mean, I can't see any burning on that, but that's the problem there, guys. See this? See, it's all burnt. It's broken. It's the fuse holder. Yeah, and you can see, if you look in there, you can see the fuse. There's a burnt part. It's all burnt and stuck in there because that should come out with the fuse holder. So there wasn't loose connection on the back. I could smell the burning, but I couldn't figure out what it was until I pulled that out and see that. So like I said, I'm going to go and fit this one, come back tomorrow and fit another one, fit the proper one. These cables are quite short, but I've put those lugs on it as well because it's stranded cables and they just had it connected. It wasn't even bent over, twisted. So I've put those lugs on it to give it a bit of protection so they don't break. But they're pretty short. Couldn't really strip them. I'd like to strip them and redo them, but that's how it is. There you are, fitted. Oh yeah. Nice and sweet. Come back tomorrow and change it. Oh well, that's all done for today. What a rigmarole. Yeah, it's all fitted and sweet. So I'll come back tomorrow. Get some spurs tomorrow and come back. So always make sure you got your stock. Do your stock check. Because I meant to. It did cross my mind before I got down there, but then I got sidetracked onto something else. But I was so confident. I always have spurs, light switches, pendants. Always got them on the van. Usually I have 10 of them, 10, but obviously didn't have any this time. There were the Spark here. Just come to collect that spur from yesterday. Just ordered 5 of them from Screwfish, so I'm just going to go and pick it up. As you can see, don't look too bad today, no queues. There you go. Wasn't like this before, isn't it? All the shelving's gone, all the items. And usually I go in the electrical part over there. Sorry?
Changed it about a lot.
Yeah.
Taking all the display down.
Yeah. How long do you reckon this is for? Have they given you a date?
They haven't given us a date yet.
Oh. Indefinitely, okay.
Yeah.
Has it slowed you down a bit? Must have done.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the mornings.
Okay, nice one. Well, that worked out nice and easy. No problem, no waiting. Oh, just a little wait actually. And then so off to the job now, and then I've got a couple of other little jobs to have a look at. So hopefully I can inform you during the day. Okay, nice one. Yes, here I am back again. Just pop up there, fit this spur, and then be on my way. Everything should work out nicely. Guys, when you doing this, I just found I had to get some longer screws. One side fits perfectly, the other side doesn't. Don't force it in. Always have a 3.5 tap so you can tap it out. Because I come across it a lot. People, screw don't fit, they just force it in and it's not holding nothing. So just easy, 3.5 tap it through. If I couldn't find my 3.5 tap, I'd rather go to a wholesaler and buy one than force it on. Okay, nice one, that's all done. All right, I didn't realize that it's controlled by an RC, the board is controlled by an RCD main switch. When I looked at it, they fitted new RCDs. I mean MCBs. These are quite new ones, but it's controlled by an RCD. I don't think that's a good idea. I would either go for a split board or preferably separate RCBOs, because when I was doing that switch, although I turned it off here, I think earth touch neutral or something, and it tripped. That's how I realized they had it, you know. But then you lose everything, and if the tenant doesn't know about that, they're there wondering what's wrong. So I don't think having a main RCD is the best option. But there you go. What's done. It's about 7:15, and I've been called out to an emergency. They said that all their power's gone. So I don't know if it's everything, lights, everything, but I think it's their sockets. So I'm gonna go around there, see what I can do. Yeah, just been into the place, had a look. What it is, this is a place where I've done some work before. I think I've done an EICR here and some remedial work, fitted a new board, and there was something wrong with the kitchen sockets and the dining room sockets, but they didn't want to deal with it at the time or something. I think it's about 3 years ago. The guy just told me that something kept happening and tripping, but because he couldn't find my number, he got another Sparky in, and they cut off some of the sockets. But then he found, but then it keeps tripping still. So he found my number and called me. So I'm going to go in there, see see what I can do. He said the kitchen sockets keep going, and I think this was one with RCBOs, so they were able to isolate the 41. Nothing didn't trip anything else. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. It might have been split. I can't remember. It's a while back. There's the fuse board there that I put in 3 years ago. If you look at the date, there's the circuit chart, some trunking to all the cables in, trunking coming down. What happens through here, where the kitchen was, there's a fault on the ring circuit, and first what I'd done, took that socket off, split the circuit, found that one, the washing machine were working. So I then took that one off, split it. There's a fault, then the fault on one of the legs cleared. So I worked out all the way to here, down there, and there was a dodgy leg. That leg goes back to the fuse board. So what I done, got it all working, but I've had to put it on the radial, and I took out the 32 amp fuse, MCB, sorry, and put and there you are, that's the circuit there. It's on the radial now, so I've changed the fuse from a 32 to a 16, and that's all good. It's all done, everything up and working. Trunking where I had to join a lot of the cables, it's all good. Ah, boy, as you can see, it's quite dark now. Just finished the job. I started about quarter to 8, finished it 9:15. Yeah, it's just the usual thing, separating the ring and going around and finding it. But whoever done it, you know, probably weren't that experienced. You can tell. This is what they used for the earthing from the socket to the back of the box, 2.5 brown. Anyway, so I think the guy wants me to come back because he's got some other faults in the property. So I'll probably be back here on Monday sorting them out. Just on my way to a couple of jobs. First one I'm going to go to, I can't even remember what they said it was. I think some sort of fault finding, but see if I can film it and let you know what happened. Okay, speak to you later. Just arrived at the job. Gonna go upstairs. Gonna go up there, have a look what's to be done first, and come back and get some tools and get on with it. Okay. So what you're saying is wrong?
Well, the type of bulb I've never seen in my life.
Okay.
You know what? This one's just turned on. I've yanked it.
Okay. So what? Some of them are not working or something. You want them
It
changed?
seems that way. Like, it's a type of bulb I've never seen in my life. These weird kind of cylinders.
Oh, you know what? I've got a feeling that those fittings, when they go wrong, you just change the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think they're LED fittings. They haven't got lamps or bulbs, as you call them, to replace. But I'll have a look at them, yeah?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Is that it? Just that?
Well, I mean, that one's now working, but there's one or two more.
Oh, right, throughout the place, yeah?
Yeah, so...
Morning.
Well, this one, I mean, we need some of them to be fixed up against the ceiling a bit more.
Oh, what, they're not pushed up properly?
And then that one's not working, but that's probably just a bulb.
Yeah, okay.
And then there's one in here, it kind of acts up when you turn off the lights. I see it kind of
All right.
does that weird.
Turn it off again? Oh, it's flickering.
Yeah.
All right,
But we
okay.
had quite a lot of leaks over this.
Yeah.
So we'll
Okay, you think
substitute
maybe
that.
water might have got in there or something, yeah?
Yeah. And then lastly, we've
Yeah.
got this plug down here, which I mean, it seems to have blown and
Yeah.
can't get anything working out of it.
That one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's flushing the wall as well, so.
Okay, that's cool, no worries.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, let me go and put some money in the meter.
Cool.
I think they only got 2 hours there, and then get some tools and get my ladder and everything.
All right.
Okay, see you in a minute. The socket's showing no voltage when I press it. Live to earth. Looks like there's a live to earth fault. Let's have a look what's wrong. Socket looks connected well, no damage to the cables. They're all sound. Probably just a faulty socket. What happened here? It wasn't a faulty socket. It wasn't connected properly. If you look, see there. If you look on that earth cable, or that little indent, it was connected to the sleeving. It wasn't on the copper properly. Same thing with the brown. If you look at the picture before, when I've got the cables out and I showed you they weren't bent over, you'll see that the installation of the brown was damaged because the screw was sitting on the installation, not the copper. Same with the earth, and that's what the problem. Because I've reconnected the same socket and it works fine now. I'll show you. Right. Okay. Same socket as you can see. Perfect. This kind of unit, you just change it because it's just a built-in thing. You can't change the lamp. The reason why it's flickering, I don't know. It could be the driver or faulty.
That's pretty dodgy, isn't it?
Well, you see this. That should be in a junction box of sorts. You shouldn't just connect cables like that and push it up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. That's the way they've done it.
Should you put some tape around it for safety, or?
No, it should be in the proper. There's proper boxes, junction boxes that you put those into.
Right.
So to stop the flickering, I just think you're going to need a new unit. You know, you can't. There's nothing I can do about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know what they're called?
Well,
Does it say on it?
yeah, the thing about it is, if I take this to an wholesaler, they've probably got a fitting like that.
Yeah.
What you probably, what's the name of this fitting? A-Tech. I've never AC-Tech. I've never heard Oh yeah, Saxby Light. Saxby Lighting. But the thing is, like I say, you should be able to. I should be able to get these. Yeah, Saxby Lighting. Yeah, it's not something I've. It's not a company I've heard of, I must say. But I mean, there's loads and loads of lighting companies. Right, that's all that done. See, that's why I should always be careful with your connections. You know, I don't know if that's the new thing they do now. Just connect the cable without bending it over. I've always done that. That's how I was taught to do it. Don't know why people don't do it nowadays. I don't know. But anyway, what it was, the screw was actually sitting on the insulation rather than on the copper. So that's what caused the problem. Obviously, it was probably slightly touching before, that's why it worked. But then over the years, it's just stopped working. Because on the earth cable, it wasn't even pierced. That was just a little nick, so it was probably just touching the copper. That's all it was. So just be careful with your connections. Nothing could be done about the lights. You just need new fittings. The one in the bathroom just needed a new lamp. So simple job, no problem. See you next time.